I'm here with James and my friend Ashley, and we are going to work on a press-up handstand. It's one of those things I've always wanted to be able to do, but I know that unless you try it and work towards it every single day for a long time, you're never going to get it. James can do it, so he's going to lead me through the next 6 weeks. Some little tips and pointers, muscle groups that I can work on. Ashley's going to help me try and do it and keep me honest, keep me on track. So we'll try for 6 weeks to do a little series with James. This is number 1, so don't laugh at us. All right, James, maybe you can demonstrate, tell us what you think we should work on.
All right.
We're all ears.
All right, so the thing to remember about the press-up handstand is that like a lot of other yoga postures, perhaps every yoga posture, starts from the ground up. And with the handstand, it starts from your hands, of course. So you want to remember that you want to be active throughout the entire hand, all through the palms, and especially on the mound of your index finger, all the way to your fingertips. That line of energy continues all the way up your arms, so you want to be very active through your arms. A little bit of extra width helps, especially in the beginning. So the other thing to remember is that a handstand is a game of angles. This press-up is a game of angles. So when you're on the ground and you're creating a very firm foundation, you're just walking forward until you find a place where your hips stack over your wrists. And from there, you can just curl up into a half handstand. From the half handstand, you want to curl in and keep your core balance. Sometimes it helps to point the feet. And from there, with your core firm, reach up your toes. The gaze is steady between your hands. The hands continue to press. The elbows are firm. And that's basically the press up. All right. All right. So we'll start with perhaps one of the best preparations for the press-up handstand, which is the sun salutation. So go ahead and stand at the front of your mat with your feet together and bring your hands to your belly. Feel your belly firm up towards your navel. It's that firmness that's going to carry the core in the curl. So when we say it's a press up, really, it's a curl up. All right, now reach your arms up overhead and go ahead and gaze up towards your fingertips. I know it's the sun is blaring down on us and kind of warm, but that's basically what's going to be happening in the neck when we're going into the handstand. The reason why is because that staring at the ground keeps your gaze steady and also keeps your gaze at your fingertips. So go ahead and plant your palms as if you were going to push up at the sky and actually push up at the sky. Yeah. Now plug your shoulders down into your back because that's what gravity is going to be doing to you when you're in your handstand. Reach your fingertips up one more time. Inhale. Exhale and fold. Nice. Bend your knees enough that your belly can reach towards your knees. A really, really good forward fold is one of the best preparations for a handstand because the length in your hamstrings makes it easier to get your hips over your shoulders. Now, plant your fingertips down, reach your chest forward and look up. Try and stretch the back of your hamstrings through your halfway lift. On your exhale, plant your palms, step your feet back to the top of a push-up. Nice. And hold the top of your push-up, spread out through your fingertips and get really, really strong, especially through the index mound of your hand. Now we'll go down through Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale through upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. Really reach your heels back in downward facing dog. And as much as you can, catch your breath and rest in this position. Nice. Now gaze forward towards your hands and start to walk your feet up back towards a forward fold, but we're tiptoeing so that you can tiptoe your hips, ideally all the way over your wrist creases. Once you get there, there's a tendency to let go in the fingertips, so keep pressing down through the fingertips. At first, just lift one leg and start to feel the curl as if you're doing kind of a boat pose already. And maybe you can lift your toes so that both legs will be in the air and you'll be in a half handstand. Once you can find any level of stability in the half handstand, you'll be ready to press up into the full one.
Jumping, is that okay?
That's all right. Here, I'm gonna hold you steady. and then go ahead and push up with your toes. Beautiful. All right, so you'll walk up until your hips go over your wrists, and then lift one leg. There you go. Yeah, that was the curl up. Find a little bit of stability here. There you go. Yeah. Yes. All right. Now, one thing that you will experience while practicing the handstand is falling out of your handstand. That's going to happen a fair bit. So if you're falling out of your handstand, which will happen many, many times, there's two ways to alleviate that. One way is to practice against a wall, and the other way is to commit to falling out and to bend your knees. If you bend your knees, then your butt will hit the ground before your head. Even though it feels alarming the first couple of times, there's really no danger. It looks like pressing up. From your press up, you're in your handstand, and you're flopping over, knees bent, and you fall out. Anyway, let's try one more time. Okay. Go back into downward facing dog. Come up onto your tiptoes and walk your tiptoes up towards the center. Keep your gaze on a straight line between your index fingers. So if there's like a dental floss between your index fingers, you're staring at the tip of it. Come on to the very tips of your toes and lean forward until you're at the top of your flexibility according to your wrists. Get really strong through your shoulders. And go ahead and curl up one foot. Yes. And then begin to curl from your belly, reach your toes up to the sky. Yes. Oh, yeah. Awesome. You want to try one? Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Go ahead and walk forward. Tiptoe forward. Try and get your hips towards your wrists. There you go. Now just bend one leg. There you go. And you're curling up. Go ahead. Keep pressing through your hands. There you go. Yes. Yeah. Reaching up with your toes. Yeah. So as the confidence in the core, next week we're going to connect this with boat pose so that the core comes into it. But at first it's just important to find the flexibility through your shoulders and to make it less of a scary process. Anyway, we'll pick up next week. My name is James. That's Helen. Namaste.
Thank you.